Well, I'm in the 3rd and 12th race, so I'm going to head out for a little bit in between. Man, oh man, that is the damnedest thing, that horse making a break. You know, for a horse that can trot out of the gate 26 and 2 from post 8, and then I back him up 29, and I'm backing him up into gears. So he's gearing down. Second quarter and 29 from a quarter and 26 and 2 is a substantial throttle back. I can feel him. He almost made a break coming to the half, and he's not really over that much. He's not really over that much. He's not really doing all that much, but he's out of gear. So you think to yourself, as a trainer and as a driver, there's two things that would make a horse get out of gear the further they went in the mile. The first one is obvious. That would be pain, soreness. I can't see any. The vet can't diagnose any, and I can't tell you when I'm sitting behind him where he's off. He looks to me like he's interfering on his left hind, but he's never drawn blood. I can't hear him hitting the boot. It just optically looks like he's interfering still. Okay. We haven't looked at, can't find anything with this horse. He just jogged back to the barn on the pavement. Sound as $1. So it's paved from the paddock all the way back to our barn. It's the last barn. Horse is sound as $1 on the pavement. So there's no acute lameness. So the next thing that you would go to is interference. He's interfering. Okay, we changed his shoes behind. I'm thinking when I'm scoring him down, this is why I left with him tonight. The horse scored down fantastic. He felt like the old Yes, except stronger and more confident. You don't get up the quarter in 26 and 2 on any track unless you have a rocket ship behind you if the horse isn't mechanically sound. It just doesn't happen. For him to get up to the quarter so fluidly and fall apart the further you go, you start thinking of obscure things like EPM and stuff. It's just not that. So I have to go back. Shh, Addie Bear. Your apple? All right, but it's dead, baby. There you go. So you're left with a combination of two things. Maybe he is a little pinchy in one knee, maybe that left knee. Maybe he's a little pinchy in that stifle still. It's not that left hind leg that he injured. We've ruled that out, and it looks great after the race. So maybe what I'm looking at isn't one specific thing. Maybe it's two things. Maybe he is a little bit sore the further he goes. So how do we address that? We'll try to. But it's nothing that you can see. You can't see where he's worse in any given leg, at any time in the mile. You can just feel it, right? Now, maybe if we get up there at 28, went 57 and 1, 126, and we were constantly in perpetual motion moving forward, maybe then he wouldn't. But he has. He has. So I'm left with, okay, I can't see any lameness. He's a trotter. Are his feet bothering him? We get them looked at tomorrow, but I don't think so. Are his knees bothering him? Again, we can get them looked at, but I don't think so. Not to the point that he would roll off, an aged horse roll off in the middle of the race where he was a winner. No doubt in my mind, Yes was on his way to a mile and 53 and a piece tonight. There is no two ways. He didn't roll off because he was done. He just rolled off. So, he is an enigma. I can't think of a horse like him in a while. One does not come to mind. Especially a horse that gets out of there so good. It's really shocking. So, we'll keep tinkering with his shoeing. We'll have the vet go over him again. But until we get him right, I guess I'm going to have to protect him a little more, right? You can't get out of there 26 and 2 or leave with him. You can't expose him the way that I did tonight. And quite frankly, you can see in my earlier video just from a few hours ago, I really wasn't going to leave with him. He just scored down so good and felt so good. When I looked left, 100 yards before the start, 2 noses, 3 noses aren't on the gate. The 4 is going out of there. I like the 4, but Yes is a better horse than those horses. Those horses are never going to win the Open Yonkers. And if Yes comes back to the way he was, he could bully them, and he absolutely was going to bully them tonight. When I put him in gear at the half, it was because I knew I saw him almost make a break coming to the half. In that 5/8 turn, I wanted to let him pick up speed. He's trotting the turns great. I wanted to let him pick up speed and then try and just nurse him, hold him together, let him advance a little bit at a time down the backstretch, and he couldn't. So I can tell you this for certain, there's no acute lameness that I can see from Yes. I just walked back to the barn. They've jogged him back to the barn. The horse was sound. He's eating his hay. He's not holding a lag. There's no issues. He didn't hit anywhere and cause a cut. No bruising, no soreness that anybody can see. It's the damnedest thing. But it is what it is. So, he'll qualify next week. We'll make some shoeing changes on Yes. He'll qualify next week, and we'll see if we can get him right. Horses just always find a way to keep you on your toes. And this guy, who was a horse that was just Johnny on the spot as a 2 and 3 year old, just never missed, and was the safest horse to drive and be around at 2 and 3. You know, then he got injured at 4, and now we're finding some difficulties with him. But at the same time, I guess the good news is he isn't injured. The bad news is we're having a tough time getting him squared away. So I thought he was trotting stronger the first quarter, and then we saw that roughness that we saw when Irv Miller had him down the backstretch where he rolled off stride. So we'll see what we can do. We should be able to fix up Yes and get him on the straight and narrow. I really thought he was tonight, and I was wrong. But one thing's for certain, you can see that the power and the speed is still there. There's no two ways about it. He was headed to the winner's circle tonight if he doesn't roll off. So that is a little supplemental to your videos. I'll send this out separately tonight, but a little frustrating. Welcome to horse racing. I will talk to you all very, very soon.